Welcome to the Magnum PI podcast. I'm Eve.
Hello, I'm Nicole.
As you noticed, not Liz. She's
I
not
know.
here.
It's so strange not to have her here. Yeah.
Yeah, and you will occasionally see Koa needing a lift and needing someone to pick something up because I changed location a little bit.
Yeah, your new fancy wall in the back looks fun.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just in the living room instead of the studio because I couldn't be arsed to change locations with my laptop, and this guy is just having fun here. It's really fucking early here, and it's late for you because we switched up.
Yeah, we switched the hours this time.
And the day, it
Yeah,
is
that's true.
actually, it's actually for me at least, it's MPI day. Woohoo! We're less than
Oh.
24 hours away from the next episode.
Okay, I'm officially less than 24 hours away too. It's just you happen to be 7 hours ahead of me.
Yeah,
Because it's up. Yeah, yeah.
it airs at the same time, so obviously you're also less than 24 hours
Well,
away.
but if I look, it's still Saturday in my world
Yeah,
for a couple more hours. So
it's
if I
still
wasn't
24
paying
hours
attention.
away.
Yeah, yeah, we're doing okay. Maybe we're
And
gonna have me start recording Friday nights so that way I get my beauty sleep. You
aw,
do a lot better being the late person.
I'm a weird person. I mean, I feel a lot better recording early in the morning because I am a fucking early bird.
You are ridiculously early. Like I will message you and it'll be like 10 o'clock my time and I'm like, why are you awake? I don't understand.
I have stuff. No, really, I just start work early because then I can do 9 hours on like Monday to Thursday because I kind of have to. Um, and then I can just do like 4 hours on Fridays, which is awesome.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I
I'm
can't do
allowed
that
to
with mine.
leave at like noon on Fridays. I'm allowed to leave at like 4 on the other days. And with me being an early bird, 4 is just like already 9 hours into a work day, so might as well.
It's literally my worst nightmare. My alarm goes off before like 5:30 a.m. I am a crabby person. So I applaud you.
I do need like coffee at like 7 or 8, but not before that.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's good.
I'm legitimately so there is this thing. There are different types of people who need different types of sleep. So if you're a night owl, nobody can make you be an early bird. It just
Yeah.
doesn't work. Your biology isn't wired that way. Um, it's a thing. Like your inner clock does this thing. Um, and I'm an early
Hello,
bird,
Koa.
so I might get crabby if you make me be a night owl. I tend to need like very me- much more beauty sleep when I have to stay up late than the other way around.
Oh,
Hmm.
yeah. Where my sweet spot is mid-afternoon. That's when I'm happiest. I'm not an early bird or a late gal. I'm just kind of in the middle. I love from like 2
I'm
to 5 p.m. That's my jam right there.
no, that's where I crash. That's where I crash. That's my energy crash.
Yeah. I think that's the same with my coworkers because I am bouncing around the walls talking to all my coworkers and they're all like, "Shh, be quiet. It's work time." And I'm like, "No, it's social time. Let's do this. Let's go get a coffee. Let's get a cookie. Like let's do something." So,
Okay, but
yeah.
if it should always be time for a cookie.
That's valid. Yeah, that's true. I don't think I've
Not
ever.
necessarily always for coffee, but definitely always for a cookie.
Well, yeah, and I'm not a coffee drinker. I hate coffee unless you put enough like caramel and sugar and milk in it to make it better. But yeah, like black coffee, I would never have black coffee. Just plain coffee.
Oh.
I have to mask it with additional flavors.
Yeah, there's this brand called More Nutrition in Germany. They have like it's called Junkie Flavor, and they have salted caramel. That's what
Oh,
I
see that?
currently put in my coffee.
Yep,
And
that would
it's
work.
sugar free, so I have sugar free coffee. Other than that, my Starbucks order is weird.
Do you get
My
like the weird pink drink minus? There's so many strange drinks these days with Starbucks.
Okay, pink drink, I asked about that in Hawaii. Pink drink is apparently just the strawberry thing, but with
Okay.
coconut milk.
Oh, okay. I guess
Yeah.
that's fine.
No, my usual Starbucks order is the nitro cold brew.
Oh, that would be good, I bet.
It's
Is it?
it's the black one, like
Oh,
non-sweetened nitro cold brew. Other than that, I like myself a vanilla drink, but yeah, I'm trying to go more towards black coffee, but
yeah.
I
See, I
haven't
could
found.
get your, yeah, I could get your cold brew, but I would need to put in like raspberry flavor to make it tolerable.
um, yeah, I love you too, buddy.
You can tell it's totally different time zones too, because your puppy's like all up and awake, and my cat
Yeah,
is like
he's
sleeping right
very
under
awake right
my,
now because it's
yeah.
his awake time. It's so between 4 a.m. and 6 a.m. it's awake and playtime, and then he will sleep until 11 because that's usually when he's in his crate at my parents.
Ah, gotcha.
So he's got his routine, so it's playtime.
Yes. But yeah, mine is passed. My cat is passed out right under the camera. So
Aw, that's
she's got little
cute.
kitty snores going on right now. Like yeah, she's got a heating pad on, living the best
Aw,
life.
love it. So, 7 minutes of off topic. We actually do have Magnum PI to talk about.
As usual, yes, this is good.
Obviously, otherwise this would be the wrong podcast.
Yeah,
Which
you'd have to change the
might
name. Yeah,
I, there might eventually be a second one by me, but it's not this one now.
not yet.
And by saying there might, there will be.
Sounds exciting. Yep.
Yeah. So let's talk about episode 4.
I know. I can't believe it. We're already through episode 4. It's crazy.
There's a lot to unpack about this show, this episode.
Yeah, there really was. I had to watch it a couple of times because the first when we had the Miggy kiss in the office, I like Twitter derailed. Everybody
Yeah.
flew out, and I was like, I need to watch the episode because I literally somebody mentioned a picture about Jenny, and I was like, there was a picture of Jenny because I was so busy tweeting about the Miggy public kiss that and you
That
what is
might have been
happening?
that might have been me because first thing I noticed when we saw the pictures of Jenny was like, Papa! But then
Yes,
again, I'm
exactly.
very, very tuned towards chihuahuas these days.
Yeah,
And to Pablo, he's like the fluffiest dude
he's
and the
so cute.
cutest dude and so friendly.
Yeah,
I will
you guys
always
should
gush
all
about.
follow him on Instagram. He's adorable.
Yes, yes. Pablo content is superior content.
It
Um,
really is.
I also we've seen him be on set again, and I was kind of worried that it might be, well, not in the continuity. It still might be. I don't know. I don't have context for it, but it could be Jenny holding him.
Oh, true. I didn't think about that.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I checked. The ladies looks fairly similar, so it could be Jenny holding him. So I'm like, we might get Rick's sister back in the second half of the season. Maybe,
That
potentially.
would be
I
kind
would
of
love
cool.
that.
Yeah. Yeah. I think she's an interesting character. She's fun to bring around. Yeah.
I have been saying it on Twitter all the time, and I will continue to say it. She's the superior right. She is. I mean,
Yeah.
I was about to say Zach, but it's Rick. Sorry. Rick's living on someone's couch.
I know. She's got a 401k. Okay. This is a big deal. Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah. She seems to
Also,
have definitely turned her life around.
yeah, she's getting married to a beautiful lady.
Yep.
Rick doesn't. I don't know if he knows his own relationship status with Susie. I hope it's broken up for good. But
They looked really happy at La Mariana that night, but
I just
at the
still
end
don't
of the
know what she
episode.
did there. No, here's the thing. Okay, at the end of the episode, there's this La Mariana scene. I get it. It's a sweet Miggy scene. I love the Miggy part of it. I still don't know what Susie did there and where the fuck the baby was.
Oh crap, the baby.
Yeah, there's a baby. Where was
What's the
Joy?
baby?
Both her parents were at La Mariana. The entire point of him, oh, I take Joy today because it's Susie's day off, and then suddenly, did you forget that you have a baby? Where the fuck is the baby? Did you leave it at home?
On the happy note, it still looks like a demon, so nobody's gonna take it. But just waiting on the baby to grow up just a smidge. Maybe it was in the back sleeping.
I'm just gonna be that asshole that says it. I'm sorry, pedophiles don't necessarily care if the baby's cute.
Oh, okay, yeah, I guess. Oh, woo.
So like,
That's true. So hopefully she was locked in a back room, safe and protected. I guess that's what I'm gonna go with.
how on earth is being locked?
I have no idea.
Fire hazard.
I don't know. They have a key. I'm just trying to figure out.
Without an adult, being locked in a back room sounds like a fire hazard waiting to happen.
All I know is that I don't have children in bar. I don't have children in real life, so I don't have this figured out, okay? My thought process is
also
the baby is sleeping, you put it in the back room, you lock the door. That's all I got.
But here's the thing. It's a demon doll, so it might start fires.
It very well might.
No, but seriously, it's an old ass tiki bar. I don't necessarily trust the wiring. I don't necessarily trust the situation. There was this one time where a guy drove a literal car through the wall. Locking a baby into a tiki bar's back room does not necessarily sound like the safest thing without an adult. So again, where the fuck was Joy?
I'm in the say under the table. I don't know. Maybe I have no idea.
Ultimately, I could have done without Susie being there because don't even know why she was there to begin with.
The part that I found awkward about Susie is I don't think she had ever met Ruthie. So it was really cute because like TC and Higgy came in and Rick was like, hey, meet my friends. Here's TC and Higgy. And they met, hugged and whatever. And then Susie walked in and she hugged Ruthie, but it's like they had never met. So there was no introduction, at least on the screen. It just seemed really weird. It didn't seem like it flowed right to me, but it could just be a me problem. But
no, it's not just a you problem. It's at least it's at least a me problem too, because I don't know. Susie came in like, why? What's the point?
Yeah, I thought she had a day off. I thought she was getting some sleep, some rest, but okay, so I have a crush on Mahina. She's adorable.
So cute.
I wish Mahina was there. She would have been cute.
But at least she has a good excuse.
She does. Yep,
she has responsibilities called work. But Susie has responsibilities called a baby that you can apparently just stitch for La Mariana. So there's that. Sorry.
We know how Eve feels about Susie, and they are most 99% of the time. I just feel like she has to stick around because she's the baby mama. So she has to
here's the thing.
Take care of the child.
I get it. Her being around with Joy would have made absolute sense. Her and Rick being in the same place without the baby. No. Why?
Well, at first I was like, oh, maybe Kumu's watching her. But it's like, no, Kumu was having to be here with them, as she should be. There's no reason she shouldn't be.
Maybe they dropped her off at Gordon's, but why? You're her literal parents.
We need to see Gordon sitting at the La Mariana table this year. That's what we need. That's what we're missing.
Yes.
He's not even
Agree.
working. He should be able to hang out there all day, every day right now. I like
He,
it.
he might have a child to take care of.
His is grown, basically. He's fine. He's self-sufficient.
Yeah, Gordon would have an excuse to go to La Mariana, unlike
Yeah.
Susie and Rick, who have a baby that's nowhere to be found.
Yep. Agreed. We could start the game. Where is Joy?
No, 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 no. Nobody wants to know where Joy is 99% of the time.
That's true.
Until it's better doll, nobody not wants to know where Joy is.
I feel like Joy could provide some comedic relief though for Rick, like because I think in general Rick is a funny guy. He's a nice guy to know and talk to and all that stuff. And I just feel like there could be some humor with that. We haven't seen it yet, obviously, but
I mean,
yeah.
I feel like we might see some humor in the next episode. Have you seen the promo pictures?
There is a fort. I am so excited to find out why there's a fort in the living room. And I want to see Higgy walk in and see said fort because I feel like her type A personality is going to be like, you built a fort in Mr. Master's guest house. I don't know.
I mean, she might. I don't know.
She might not. I don't know. But yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I suspect it's I live here at the on the couch right now for it.
It probably is not as exciting as in my head it is. I'm thinking like they're
Listen,
playing
blanket forts
peekaboo.
are always exciting.
Absolutely. Yeah. I would make one right now if I felt inclined to do so. I did do one a couple of years ago. I hate scary movies. And my friends were making me watch that doll, not Chucky. It's a female, Annabelle. They were making me watch Annabelle.
Oh.
I built a pillow fort. I don't care that I'm older. I'm in my, I was in my 30s. I don't care that I made a pillow fort. I felt good about it. And I was
My
protected.
my bed is essentially a pillow fort. No, I have like the thing above it with the fairy lights and I used to have a shit ton of pillows in my bed. Now there's a puppy
Yeah.
that throws out all the pillows or gnaws them away. So no, I've got like my bed stuff and then there's
Okay.
his little bed in my bed. He's got his own bed in my bed.
Yeah. Gotcha. That makes sense.
Yeah, yeah, and he uses it. So we have our own areas, but he's still often enough he just stretches out against me. Anyway, yeah, my bed is essentially a pillow fort.
Perfect. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, those promos do look good. I think there's a lot of. So excited to see the lads.
Oh yeah. I There have been a shit ton of puppies filming.
Yeah.
So I think we're gonna see a lot of cute puppies.
You make a good point. I forgot about that because early on, like last even September, October, there was a day where like it was bring your puppy to work day, and there was I bet it was probably for this episode potentially.
It was.
Yeah. So we're gonna see all sorts of fun puppies, I bet.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, we did see Predator actually be there. And she wore that
Oh, perfect.
outfit.
Okay.
So there were a lot of puppies, and I
Yeah.
am living for it because I like myself a cute puppy on screen.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Did you before you went to sleep, did you see the new video that came out with the premiere?
Yes.
Okay, you did see it. Okay. Yeah. It should be interesting to see how that unfolds. The
I
murder of
had
is it Hank? I think it's Hank.
Ink, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I had a whole discussion with my friend Ria about going overboard with pet funerals because she was a little bit critical of it, and rightfully so because that's really over the top.
Yeah,
But in
it
general,
is.
I do have pet funerals too.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
There's just I'm just not, doing the whole print a card, invite big shit ton of people, it's like my family there that
Yeah.
buries the pet with me.
Yep.
We had a
Absolutely.
cute little funeral for Tommy, and now the grave has been disturbed, actually.
Oh no.
No, I'm cool with it. I'm really fucking cool with it.
Somebody
Um,
happened.
it must have been like a fox or something. So wild animal dug him up and ate his body. So I'm cool with it.
Okay.
Like that's nature.
Circle of
You
life. Yep.
you go, fox.
Yeah. That's was he buried at your parents' house or did you find
Eh,
somewhere else?
In my late grandpa's garden, where
Oh, okay.
literally all the pets that we ever had are buried in like a line. My
Yeah.
uncle's pets, my grandparents' pets,
Yeah.
all of them in a line.
Yeah. So okay, so this might be a cultural thing between the US and other countries. Do you guys do cremation of pets at all or not
We
really
do,
there? Oh, you
we
do. Okay.
do. But
Yeah.
like, I always had like these small pets
Oh,
where
true.
you
Yeah.
where you are allowed to bury them in your backyard. I don't know about Koa. He's too young for me to even look it up. So
Yep. Even figure that out. Yep. Nope. Too early.
yeah. But I know that dogs can get cremated and you can have the
Oh, okay.
urine and shit.
Yeah. All that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not even gonna do any thinking about that right now.
No, you have lots of years. Lots of years.
Yes, yes. Even though the tiny one is currently sick.
Oh, does he have a puppy cold?
He has a puppy cold.
Oh, bummer.
He's sneezing like every 3 hours and his nose is running. So it's nothing bad, but it's like stay inside where it's warm so he can so he can, get rest and recuperate.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah. We were just out to have his daily morning relief. And that's
Yeah.
it. That's all the outside that he gets this weekend. So I have a lot to play with.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. Lots of puppy energy to hang out with for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. And I'm
Yeah.
surprised that he's gone, but he might just lay in front of my bed right now.
He's probably like, it's too early, Mom. It's Sunday. We should be sleeping in.
Yeah, we're going towards time to go to grandma and grandpa. So
Ah, gotcha.
hmm
That makes sense.
back to the episode. Let's talk about Ruthie.
Yes. I like her. Like I
I love
said.
her so much.
Yeah,
But
I think she's a good addition. But boy,
yeah,
does she cause some drama on Twitter. Well, and Facebook.
rightfully so.
Yeah.
Because, well, our dear Ruthie is getting married to a lady.
Hmm.
And we have a good chunk of homophobes that really didn't like that.
No, that did not go over well for a lot of people,
Yeah, and
which is surprising. Yeah.
I love the argument where they're like, this would never fly on CBS. There was a literal gay couple in season 2 on CBS. What are you talking about?
Well, and like one of the main relationships, I didn't watch NCIS Hawaii, but one of the main relationships in NCIS Hawaii is a, a gay couple. Like
Yeah.
I think the case I don't remember what it's called. Yeah, it's two women who yeah. So CBS totally would have allowed this. This is not a CBS wouldn't allow it now. NBC's gone rogue type situation. This is just
Also, NBC
organically
can't go.
happening.
NBC can't go rogue. They are literally the network that airs them now. So no rogue
Yeah,
thing there.
yeah. I know. There were some weird messages this week.
It
Yeah, there
it
was
just
yeah.
it just shows that there is a clientele that has clientele viewership that has different opinions on stuff, and I feel like some of them, not all of them, are like left from the old Magnum and they expect it to be just as much a child of that time as the old one is, and it just isn't anymore. It just doesn't fly anymore.
No, absolutely. Yeah. The original Magnum would never have lasted a season if it was going on right now. There's no way. Nobody would have
Ah!
tolerated that.
Yeah. And yeah, I had a discussion like this with a coworker a while ago where he was like very upset that LGBTQ representation is literally everywhere these days.
Yeah.
And it really got me thinking, where I'm just like, he's not wrong. Actually, like here, here in like these daily soap kind of situations, there is representation in like multiple forms and colors. And I get it. It is absolutely fucking valid, but at the same time, I do get where he's coming from.
Yeah.
Because there is a lot of shows that make a big deal out of it.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's something that we need to start seeing more, where it's just normalized. It's not a big deal. Nobody reacts to Ruthie's gay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, sure. Why? Why not?
Yep.
I
I
mean,
thought they
it's
did a good
essentially
job.
how Rick reacted.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's how, when he announced it, when he did the toast at the end, where everybody was like, oh, cool, congratulations. There was
Yeah.
not a big, oh my gosh, we don't have a token gay friend, or it wasn't a big deal. It was just part of life.
And
She's getting married. Congratulate that.
even it wasn't her getting married to a girl that was his issue.
No, not at
He
all.
didn't give it a shit about that. He gave a shit about my sister didn't trust me to tell me that before now. What?
And
That was
she
his
told
issue.
Tammy, Eve. She told Tammy. My God.
Oh yeah, the insult. She told the worst. Right.
Yeah, she told Tammy.
I'm holding off judgment until we meet Tammy. She might not be the worst, right?
I know. Wouldn't that be funny if she's like in the wedding episode? I guess I don't even know if there'll be a wedding episode for her. But if she was, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, Tammy,
Okay,
she's a sweetheart. What's wrong with
let's be
Tammy?
let's nail it down. There is a wedding in one episode this half of the season actually. And my money is actually on Ruthie and Jen.
That makes sense. We don't need another fake Higgy wedding. So, and TC and Mahina are too early. Yeah. Oh, it could be Rick and Susie. I'm kicked off the podcast. You guys have a great day. I'm just gonna head out. Yeah.
No, the thing is, you're
I prefer
technically
to be
right.
Ruthie.
It could be them. I'm just like, oh, so much to unpack. Ugh.
Right?
I'm still baffled by the fact that I don't know how it happened.
Koa doesn't even like Susie and Rick getting married.
Apparently, I don't know how it happens, but it might be okay. Let me say first. Out of the three couples that we currently have on the show, Rick and Susie have the least chemistry, and they're played by an actual real life couple. I do suspect it's because they feel so comfortable working around each other that they don't feel like they have to change anything about it. But yeah,
I actually saw a couple of tweets about that earlier this week, where they're like, for being a married couple, it just doesn't seem right. Like, it doesn't seem organically there, which is funny because if you see them on Twitter or Instagram or
yeah,
anything posting family photos, they're adorable together. So you're like, why doesn't it translate on screen? It's the
yeah,
weirdest thing. It's
it
so
is.
weird.
It really might just be like they don't change anything and they're comfortable with each other as a
Yeah,
married couple should be.
absolutely.
It just, yeah, it doesn't really translate, and it just became even more prominent now with TC and Mahina, who have chemistry
Oh, those two are
on screen.
ridiculous.
I
Yes.
know, but here's a question: what the fuck is wrong with these guys? Seriously, Magnum getting out of bed to do a workout, TC getting out of bed to install cameras. You have these beautiful ladies in your beds. Why? Enjoy
True.
your morning with them. I mean, I know that TC is spooked about the whole situation,
He's
but
trying to save. Yeah.
you have Mahina in your bed. Why?
Yeah, she's been I kind of looked at her Instagram profile because I didn't know much about her because she was on one episode last year and I just thought she'd be in and out. And yeah, she's really talented, like dancing and stuff too.
Oh
Oh my
yeah.
God. Like I was watching some of her videos being like, wow, that's really yeah, she's pretty cool. I hope
She is a
yeah.
great dancer.
Yeah. So I'm hoping that like her and Higgy can be friends and then they can go have a girls' night out. And I don't know,
Oh
like I think it'd be cool.
please.
Yeah. I'm
On
really
a
excited
little
about Mahina.
on a little tangent. Jay is currently in Texas.
I was wondering if he'd be there for his film.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for the long game, and Jaina Lee Ortiz is with him.
Oh, she's
And
all yes.
Emily and Jaina occasionally dance in the same studio.
Oh, they do? Because
Hmm.
Jaina is a really great dancer too. Oh,
Yeah, they occasionally dance. I think in Stephanie's studio. Don't know
that's cool.
I don't know the last name of Stephanie, but as I love Elsa and stuff, I do follow her and Jaina and Emily religiously, and I love their dancing.
Yeah. I wish I had that talent. Like,
It is. I'm just gonna say it's like 5% talent, and the rest of it is hard work.
oh, that's a good point. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know they work their butts off to stay. Well, it's like, do
Mm.
you guys have the show Dancing with the Stars over there?
It's called differently, but we do. It's currently running
Okay.
actually. It's
Oh,
called
okay.
Let's Dance.
Oh, okay.
It's
Yeah.
currently running. It's running Fridays before we record the podcast. Actually, I last
Oh,
time I missed like a massive performance, but
oh.
this Friday I just fell asleep during it, so I have to rewatch it.
Yeah. But that Dancing with the Stars, I think, helped provide mainstream information that, like, yeah, it's a lot of hard work to
Oh
be a
yeah,
dancer. It's broken toes and, like, it's just sprained ankle. It's a lot of work to be a dancer,
and dancers
and they make
often
it look effortless.
especially professional dancers, often dance despite injuries, just like stuntmen.
Yeah.
Yeah, like their bumps and bruises and still work, which is impressive as fuck, and hopefully
Yeah.
brings us back to Magnum PI.
Yeah. We've
No,
circled around. We're back. Yeah. So
there,
he's in
there,
Texas. Yeah.
there were in a lot of stunts in this episode, though.
No, there really wasn't. Mm-mm.
I mean, it's a good balance. Sometimes you don't need a lot of stunts. This episode, though, was in my eyes very special because it had a little bit of realism in
Yeah.
terms of the resolution of the case, which, oh, I've seen a lot on Twitter where people were very dissatisfied with the resolution of the case
Well, why?
because it wasn't a resolution. The bad guy
Oh,
technically got away,
that's true.
but that's the justice system for you.
Yep, that's true. And I still feel like the, we don't see the part about like the prosecutor and stuff like that. I mean, anybody that figures it out, the maintenance guy that first got accused is like it was women's voices. Well, that automatically rules out the dad. You know what I mean? So it's kind of having those conversations. It would I feel like it would all fall apart, at the end.
No,
But
no, it wouldn't. Um, I'm like in this cesspool of true crime and
oh no,
wrongful
oh, true.
accusations and stuff. It wouldn't fall apart because ultimately all you have to do is prove without beyond a reasonable doubt. Well, yes, there is a reasonable doubt. The confession just weighs heavier.
Yeah, that's true, especially in the U.S. That's a
And
good point.
if your father says no, I did it, no fucking jury will go like,
The
yeah, he
teenage
didn't do
girl.
it.
Yeah.
Let's go for the teenage girl, especially if the entire case that you have is essentially the same for her as it is for the father. All the circumstantial evidence is the same, could point to both the father and the child, and even the mother,
Yep,
as
that's true.
we've
Reasonable
seen.
doubt too. Yeah.
And one of them is confessing to it.
Yeah.
By reasonable doubt, he literally says he did it.
Yeah.
I mean, the prosecutor who really is good at his job would just be like, offer him a deal and be done with it. Don't even go to trial.
Yeah. Move on to the next case. We got stuff
Yeah.
going on.
Yeah. So I do think the dad is going to prison for his child, which is, in my opinion, very bad.
Yeah.
The child is capable of fucking murder, and she just
Yeah.
got away with it.
Yep.
It, it it doesn't have to mean anything. It might just really have been an accident, but ooh,
But yeah,
if it
makes you
does
wonder.
mean something, and she has the, let's say, mental
Ability to do that is not
yeah,
great.
it's not necessarily the ability that I mean, but like capability, no, situation, like the mental situation that allows her to go that way and keep her fucking mouth shut.
Yeah.
What just happened?
I don't know. Were we hanging? What was? I don't know. I was like, I'm not even near my lap or my keyboard's up there.
I don't like it.
Nope, we're back.
Stop. And we've got it solved. Yay.
I don't know
Technical
what's going
issues.
on.
I don't know.
Oh,
Fun fact, I think neither of us touched something. Skype was just like, yeah, let's put you guys in a garden.
yeah, it'll be great. We're gonna be
Why?
friends. Yeah.
You're talking
That's one of
about
those
murder.
things.
Let's put you guys in a garden.
Yeah, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. Yeah. Oh my
Touch
god.
some grass, girls.
Oh boy. Oh.
Yeah, speaking of, oh boy, the body and the shoot. Holy fuck.
That was crazy. Like when Higgy looked up and it was like,
Yeah.
wow. Yeah.
That one
That
is a
yeah.
body reveal that I had not on my bingo card ever.
No. Like I thought it would be something gross in the bin. Like she'd be like, "Oh, ew, it's muck" or something like that, and then all of a sudden she looks up and there's a body. So
Yeah, yeah. So my initial thought was like, oh, she finds blood and he finds the body, but
yeah,
well, there's that.
that went south. Yeah, like I know, and it was so cute when he got there. He's like, "Are you okay?" Which
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, and I was trying to figure out like if they were friends, would he have still asked that question? I don't think
Yes.
he ever. You think I don't recall him ever like doing that. Well, maybe he did.
I mean, he did check out if she's okay.
Yeah,
She was his best friend. Still
that's
is.
true.
So
Yeah.
I do believe that a lot of that happened off screen. Also, they're not often separated on cases, so there's that.
No. Yep.
Also, she
Yeah.
doesn't do dumpster diving a lot and
I
has
know.
a literal body hanging above her, so that's a little bit of a different situation.
Also, I forgot. Did she call it a welly bin? Is that what it was?
Wheelie bin.
Wheelie bin. I get so excited with British words and sayings, and I was very happy when all of a sudden, because obviously Magnum called it dumpster diving, which is how I know it as dumpster diving. So I
Yeah,
was
it's a
very. I'm
dumpster.
like, yeah. So I just get super excited when she
Yeah,
says cute little things like that.
I think wheelie bin is the cuter word for dumpster.
Oh, totally. Yeah. Yep. Oh yeah. Yeah. I was like, oh, pretty, that's so stinking cute. I can't handle it. And
Yeah,
I know the
it's
writers might have written it that way, but or maybe she offered the word. Who knows? But I liked it.
or a bit of both.
Yeah, that's true. I know. So yeah, I thought it was cute.
Enter British version for it here. We don't have a word
Yes.
for that.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I think they did their research.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. It's just cute. I like when they pull her um background and her, English history and stuff like that into it. I think it's fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, and it's weird because Kumo obviously is working at the bar, which makes sense. They need help, but it's so weird because we haven't really gotten like the curator side of her yet this season. So
Mm.
that's a little bit different. So usually we get at least something, a little nibble, if you will, from her. But yeah, so it'll be
I
interesting to
mean,
see if it comes up.
we're only 4 episodes in. As much as it feels like we're in so far because we could only be getting 10 episodes right now.
Mhm. I
Um,
know.
Again, we don't actually know if we are only getting 10 episodes.
Yes.
um, yeah.
There's still a
It's
lot left of the season, to your
yeah,
point. There really
there
is. We're
is
not even 25% there.
there's still 16 episodes left, so
Yeah, exactly.
and
But did you? Oh, go ahead.
and they recently filmed at the Polynesian Cultural Center, so
Ah, so it will be back. Nice.
it will
That'll be
actually
good.
be seen. Of
That's cool. Yeah, because I don't think we've seen it yet.
course we haven't.
Yeah, I don't think we have. That's cool. That'll be fun.
I would have known if the PCC had been seen, but it hasn't been seen yet.
Yeah, that's cool.
Mhm.
Yeah, that'll be fun. I know. Did you see Steven's interview that he did? It came out yesterday. It was about 20 minutes long.
I've seen that it exists, but I didn't have time to actually watch it yet.
Yeah, it was really good. He talked a lot about Magnum PI and them being friends off the screen, with COVID restrictions and stuff like that. And yeah, it was really good. But he even said in there, and I'm not paraphrasing because I can't quote him on it, but he would like 10 seasons of Magnum PI. So I was like, I agree with his assessment, and I think we should do the same. So,
Yeah, I would
but
love that. I would love that. A little part of me would
yeah.
actually like 11 just so we have more than 5-0, but I don't know why
Oh,
because I
perfect.
love 5-0.
Well, 5-0 was
So
good. I did like
so there's
5-0.
like it's not a competition thing. I don't know, I just want it.
11 sounds nice. Yeah.
Yeah, it does. It does. It really does.
Yeah, it started out with the guy that was interviewing just mentioned that the original Magnum was 8 seasons, and so it'd be cool
And a
to
safe
be it.
campaign. 8 seasons and a safe campaign.
See, there we go.
Like,
I
um,
forgot about the save campaign again. Yeah.
yeah. So apparently in the OG, Magnum was originally killed and then brought back. So his
Oh.
death was not a death. Turns out it was only a coma situation.
Oh, gotcha.
Anyway,
One of those situations.
the show was supposed to end with his death, but fans were pissed, so they saved the show.
Could you imagine if the series ended with Magnum's death?
I cannot
Oh,
anymore. I mean,
no. That's
simply for the
horrible.
fact he's currently finding his happy ending, so I kind of can't imagine that they think it's a good ending for it. Also, this show is one of the few shows currently on air, as Jay very accurately assesses, that has the whole lightness about him. It's like
Hmm.
it's gonna be okay at the end of the episode, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Except for this episode, which left a lot of us dissatisfied.
Yeah.
Except for me, I loved it.
Yeah, I liked it. I thought it. Yeah. I mean, it is.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love the realism part, but yeah, is so dissatisfying that the wrong person went to jail, and that the only thing that you can take away of is at least the guy who was really innocent didn't get taken
Yes.
away, and the father, well, he wasn't blind to what he did, so
Yeah.
he made his decision. Also, the fucking company is basically toast.
I know. I know. That was crazy. That I forgot what his. He had a strange name. Hi. No. No, I don't remember what the guy. The guy that was trying to take over the company. He probably is gonna get his way now. He'll get what he wants.
He
So,
does get his way. I mean, who's going to
yeah,
stop him now?
yeah,
The CEO? No.
exactly. Yeah, I agree.
CEO's in
Yeah,
prison.
yep. Financial, yeah, dead. Like it's a whole thing.
Yeah, that company is toast. But yeah,
Yeah,
it's one of the shows that's very light right now. At the end of the day,
it
everything's
is.
going to be fine. We currently have a season, probably half season long storyline, but it's a very happy show. You get to beat Hawaii for an episode. It's awesome.
It's great. Yeah.
And I don't even know where I wanted to go with that anymore. But
No,
essentially,
it's just yeah. It's just
it
nice that
it
it's
it wouldn't.
yeah.
Oh yeah, it doesn't currently. It doesn't feel like the show that should end with the main character's death.
Now, I don't even know, and I never watched the original Magnum. I don't even know how that would have been okay back then either. But I should maybe one of these days
Different
watch
times
it or
potentially.
yeah,
Different
that's true
times
too.
potentially.
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah.
either. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna touch this with a stick, but yeah.
Nope. No Magnum death in this episode in this one.
I meant this old series because I'm
Oh yeah, that
still
old
not.
series. Yeah.
I'm a no. Tom Selleck, is still a bit big no for me.
Yeah. hmm Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I would. There's a lot of other TV I could watch before I picked that one up.
Yeah. You just started The Rookie.
I just started The Rookie. Shout out to Sandy. She has convinced me and Shannon that we need to watch The Rookie. So we're watching it twice a week. So
She's right.
uh,
You do need to watch The Rookie. I haven't caught up, so I need to do that.
oh, we're on episode. Well, okay. So here's a spoiler. I have started binge watching it. Don't tell them. So
You said it on the podcast, so
yeah,
there's
I was
that.
like, and I know that they watch it, so surprise. Expecting a response to that. But yeah, no, because I got interested enough where I was like, okay, we were watching it on Tuesdays and we watched twice a week. I don't even remember the days. And then I was like, well, what happens next? What happens next? What happens next? And now I'm like ahead. So we watched it together on Thursday night, and I actually had to go back to the episode. So yeah, but did you get through all four? No, it's on season 5, I think, right?
So season
Yeah.
5, yeah.
Okay. So
I'm on season 5, but I haven't watched since, I want to say, January.
okay. They're not Miggy, but I can see the potential in them being adorable.
Chenford is cute as fuck.
Is okay. That's good to know. I'm not there yet. But yeah, I'm just like I'm not seeing any Miggy yet. Adorable Miggy moments, but
What season are you on?
one.
Oh
I'm like,
yeah.
right.
Bradford still has to stop being a douchebag.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
he will eventually. So
That's good. Yeah.
yeah,
Well, yeah, because there's so many people in the Magnum PI fandom that love the rookie.
yeah, and
Yeah.
there is a little bit of the Miggy appeal to them
Yeah.
in a situation that she has this happy-go-lucky type personality, even a little bit more than Magnum actually does.
Yeah.
And he's a rule follower.
Yeah. Well, that's true. So yeah, it's just the opposite.
Yeah, they're just like a little bit. They hit a similar note. They're very much not the same, but they hit a similar note in some regards.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Ugh. Yeah, nope, it'll be good. So yes, I will watch that before I will watch the original Magnum PI. And then I've got about
I
17 other shows to watch before.
and then by the time the 7 other shows are done, you will have 7 more.
Yep, exactly. As long as it's not on CBS, I'm still on my CBS boycott. But
You're not.
I am too. I
No, you're
know, I
not. You're
know.
watching Magnum
Magnum PI
PI.
is part of CBS, but
They're
I'm not
still
watching.
being co-produced. Sorry to
I know.
tell you, you're not on an actual CBS boycott.
It's the only CBS show I watch.
Yeah.
Magnum PI. There we go.
I think that's the same for me.
Yeah, which stinks because I loved they had the FBI's. I loved the FBI shows. There were 3 of them. Did you watch? You must not have seen those on CBS.
No, you there. We had an audio issue for like a second with
Oh,
you. Yeah.
oh, great.
Um, I did not watch anything but Magnum PI and 5 on CBS, so I'm good.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
used to watch NCS way back in the day,
Yeah.
and like the first 2 seasons of LA.
Yeah. Yeah.
But after so many seasons of NCS, I don't. Even back then with LA, I felt like I don't need a
Very
spin-off.
repetitive.
It's very repetitive in the original. I don't need a spin-off, which is I gave Hawaii the 3 episode chance that I give every show. No.
I couldn't get into Hawaii, NCIS Hawaii. That I don't know what it was. It
Yeah,
just didn't click.
I give every show like 3 episodes because
Oh,
I've
that's
seen it
smart.
time and time again. The pilot obviously looks very different than the next 2 episodes. The second and third episode second episode often feels like they're swimming and they don't know where they're going, and by the third or fourth they usually know where they're going, and that's when a show really gets juicy and good.
Yep. I'd agree with
As-
that.
Talking about network shows, Netflix, whole different animal.
Oh yeah, they
um
just jumped right in. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Netflix just gets 10 episode order and whole different animal. And so that's why I usually give a show like a 3 episode chance. I actually did watch episode 4 just in the off chance that they found their footing in the 4th episode, but no.
No, they really didn't.
So
And that all,
apparently
yeah,
they found their footing straight away. It's just not my thing.
yeah, they must have. Yeah. But that just further, I mean, we just listed, oh my gosh, 5, 6, 7 shows. And it just further proves Jay's point that it's a lot of not happy go lucky Magnum PI type episodes, but it's FBI's, it's, naval and criminal investigative service. Like it's darker shows that are on TV right now. So that's the nice thing about
And they
the
work.
network
They
shows.
work. Procedurals
Yeah,
like
they do.
that, they're
Absolutely.
insanely easy to get into. Like you could literally start NCS right now and you don't feel like you missed much.
Oh,
Um,
agree. Yeah.
but same for Magnum PI. Honest to God, you could start it right now, and you'll all that's happening is you will be like, okay, yeah, maybe I should rewatch the ending. But you could technically just watch an episode and be like happy because it's contained in itself. Um, but yeah, the other procedurals are dark.
Yeah. Well, I think you make a good point because obviously with the jump to NBC, we would have lost people, but we would have also gained people that saw it during commercials on NBC. And the ratings have been really consistent. They've been really good, which means that the new people are staying. The people that maybe didn't hear about us moving, I don't know how that's possible, but it happens. They
Oh,
stayed away.
it's very
Yeah.
possible. I mean,
And so it's like it's great because it's obviously it is packaged in a way that allows new people to come in even on season 5.
just look at it. Obviously, we're not in the same cluster as a lot of other fans because we're so active on social media. But there's
Yeah.
people who are not active on social media, who don't look up shows on social media, who don't care. And
Yeah.
they easily miss that stuff. So the advertisement on NBC, there was this massive banner in TV Guide, the TV Guide spread. That's what draws this type of audience. And
Yep.
I keep wanting to say, like, I know guys, you want more advertisement aimed towards social media and everything, but guess what? We're already here.
Yeah.
The type of fan that there, aside from a few that we're seeing an influx of, aside from these few, we are the fans that don't need that servicing, and there's still services because they're great like that. But like they
Oh, so sweet.
technically don't
Yeah.
have to aim at us anymore because we're already here.
Yeah.
This is
I
also one of
agree.
these issues when we're streaming for. We need more viewers. Yeah, you don't have to cry for more viewers on Twitter because we are already watching. The ones that you can you as an individual, like me as Magnum PI podcast or the Magnum PI HQ, the fans that we can reach, they're already watching.
Yeah.
So there's no point in us going like, we need to, people need to watch more. Yeah, because everybody that follows us, that reaches us, that we can reach, they're already watching.
Yeah.
The NBC is the one that can reach those that aren't watching. It's not us.
Through different campaigns. Having the cast on Jimmy Fallon or, that kind of stuff is going to go a lot further than begging for viewership on Twitter. And I get that. I think there's some people in the group that are just a little bit more old school and, aren't necessarily as social media savvy. So I think people, we do eventually, we sometimes do get those comments on Twitter and stuff, and it's coming from a good place. It's not, it's not to be mean or anything like that, but
It's
yeah, at the end of the day, it's not going to really do much to actively seek out people.
It's just this thing, they don't think that far. They don't think to the point where like everyone who follows me is already a Magnum PI fan, so everyone who's going to see it is already a Magnum PI fan, and they're already watching it. And if they're not watching it with ratings, then they literally can't.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and I think, when I joined Twitter last, I guess it was a year ago this month, it was trying to figure out how to use Twitter and how to be actively engaged in the Save campaign, obviously, and that kind
it
of
wasn't
thing.
a month. It wasn't a month. Give it 2 more.
Yeah. For sure. Yeah.
A
And
year,
so
not a month.
and it's a constant battle to try to figure out like, what do you tweet, what don't you tweet, or post on Instagram or Facebook. So I know we mentioned Twitter quite a bit on your podcast. I know I do. But there's obviously other social media platforms that are saying stuff
I
too.
mean, Facebook is just, I don't know what to tell you about Facebook anymore. People are just unhinged on there at this point. Most of the really inappropriate comments are from Facebook.
There has been some wackadoodle stuff coming from Facebook.
That is the cutest word ever.
I'm so angry at wackadoodle. No. But like, it's like when I say toodles to you when I leave.
I love it.
Yeah, like there's some really inappropriate things coming out. Like I saw a post earlier today. I was reading through that Amy Hill interview again, where she was talking about Kumu not necessarily being sure of, Miggy and that kind of thing, but that's a whole other conversation. But there was a guy that posted, he's like, I just don't understand. He's like, I tried to watch the first episode and I can't believe it that they brought in a 5'6" actor to play Magnum PI. And so it was like, first off, you're completely wrong on height. And second, who cares? They're so obsessed with how they all look that they're not paying attention to the characters. Like what Facebook was talking about Purdy's chest. That's not appropriate or kind. I don't know.
Here's the thing.
Practice a little kindness.
There is a way to talk about Perdita's chest. That's nice. Being like, oh my god, the shirt looks really great on her and makes her chest look great.
That's we had that conversation. Yeah, like you and I both were like, wow, she looks really fit this year. Fitness goals. Like
she looks great this year.
She does. Good for her.
She does.
She works her butt off.
But like on Facebook, there is some unhinged shit, honestly.
Yeah.
I don't get how people can get up and be like, oh, she's so I don't know who did that, where it was done, but like, oh, she's so cheap for having had a boob job. A, we don't know that. B, none of our business. And C, you don't know what happened. Maybe she didn't even get a boob job. Dipshit.
Yeah. Or you could go totally unhinged and be like, okay, Angelina Jolie. She had the breast cancer gene in her family, so she chose to have a vasectomy, and then she had a boob job to maybe, who knows, maybe Perdita has the exact same thing in her family. people just assume so much on social media in general about these people's private lives. You don't know. It's unfortunate that they just pick at people's bodies, and that's not
Yeah.
the
And
focus of
guess
the show
what?
at all.
Even if she had a boob job, A, that doesn't make her cheap. B,
Yeah.
what
Oh,
is the
totally.
fucking problem?
Yeah.
You hold women to a standard that is unattainable, and then you get mad for them to trying to meet it. What the frick frack?
Yeah. Isn't that crazy? It's so unfortunate. And I saw like somebody posted, you know how like you can use the parentheses and the periods and all that stuff to like put pictures out of things. Like they were talking about her chest and then they like drew out boobies using,
Oh,
and I was like,
yeah,
you have
I
got to
remember
be like,
that. I
that
remember
was
that.
so irritated. I was like, you guys, and I know the
Yeah, people
admins
know
on
what
these,
boobs look like.
yeah, exactly.
That was
Maybe
a
they
Twitter.
didn't.
That was actually a tweet, by the way.
Oh, it's tweet. Oh, see, here we go.
Hmm.
But yeah, like I don't know. And I don't know how the admins keep their Facebook pages clean. There's
They
so
don't.
much junk going around, and I don't know.
They don't.
That's the
That's the
downside
issue.
of social media.
That's like one of the main issues. They don't keep these groups clean.
Yeah. Well, and how nobody has time. It'd be a full-time job to babysit these people that are absolutely
And that's
inappropriate with what
that's
they're saying.
exactly what it is, babysitting. Like there is
Mhm.
a huge amount of fans who just don't know anything about anything. So there's a lot of questions about, oh my God, will Kate be back?
Yeah,
Valid. But
absolutely.
that is also part of the load for these admins. And then there's just admins who literally don't care and who get
Yeah.
pissed at fans for questioning their rules that are written down nowhere.
I-
Yes, I'm talking from experience.
That sounds like I'm like, okay, how much should
I
I say here? I
questioned an
don't know.
admin's rule. That was literally, he was like, this is my rule. I was like, where is it coming from? Why is that a rule? Where genuinely just wanted to know, why the fuck is this a rule? Where is
It
this
was a
rule
simple
coming from?
question. It
Yeah,
was.
it was a question about word count. So in that group for a time you had to have a certain word count for post. And I was like, why? And it was written nowhere except for that post. And I got banned for asking that. Sorry, but it is a rule that came out of nowhere. Why is this a rule?
Because he decided it was a great idea that day.
Yeah, but if
I-
someone decides something is a great idea, don't you have a reason for it?
You would think, yeah.
Like if I was starting this and was like, oh, please do a post. Let's go back to the safety campaign.
Yeah.
I kept saying, please say something other than the hashtag because you might run into spam. I have a reason for saying that because the Twitter algorithm might consider you spam. If I was suddenly starting to say, like, if you make a post on Facebook about Magnum PI, please have 100-word count. There
Mhm.
would be a reason behind it, which would
Yeah.
probably be like, that way you're registering as, I don't know, some kind of premium post and we're getting more views. I don't care. But
Yeah.
there is a reason. Or if the reason is just like, think about what you post before you post it, and if you have 100 words, then you thought about it before you post it. Would
At
have been
least it
a
was a
valid
reason.
It
Yeah.
would have been a valid reason, but just randomly being like, you have to have 100 words. Why?
Yeah.
Like, what? Sorry, but sometimes there's just pictures that you want to share. Why would
Oh
you have to
yeah.
have 100 words? Like the promo pictures. You don't have to write 100 words about sharing the current promo pictures. Like, oh, the promo pictures to shop. There they are. Dup, 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 dup.
Yep. Done.
Still a perfectly beautiful post. Yeah, essentially just I wanted to know the reason behind it. Thinking that
And it
there
seemed
was
like
a
a
reason.
reasonable question. Yeah.
Yeah, thinking that there was a reason, got banned over it. So I guess there was no reason.
No, I don't think there was. But I
No,
think
I
I'm
mean,
still in that. I think I'm still in that group, and I don't think that they're enforcing that anymore.
I know they're not
Okay.
enforcing it anymore. I have people who are
Yeah.
still in that group, and they pointed
Okay.
out to me that it's no longer doing the 100-word count because people are posting stuff without the 100 word.
Well, and to your point, it'd be like, okay, so somebody wants to know, using this as an example, they want to know if Cade's going to be in season 5. How hard is it to be like, hey, does anybody know if Cade's going to be in season 5? But if
Yeah,
all of a
and
sudden you're
that's
having this word count, all of a sudden you're like, so I'm from Minnesota and I'm just wondering because it's snowy. Like you'd have to fill it in with a whole bunch of nonsense to get to the actual core question of is he going to be in season 5, which
and
we know is yes. So,
in that case, it prevents community.
yeah,
It prevents the actual community from, asking questions, sharing pictures. Like I know there is a Facebook group where you have to source your pictures, which is perfect. That
yeah,
is a rule that I understand. That is an actual good rule.
it
Um,
is.
and not random being like 100-word count, but having these kinds of stipulations prevents community.
Yeah,
Because
absolutely.
sometimes, like we said, sometimes a fan's just like, I want Kate to be back. Does anyone know if Kate is back? Valid question. People got started talking. But then there's the thing where it's like, this question gets posed like 5 million times. And
Yeah,
that is where the overload for a lot of these admins comes in, because you don't
absolutely.
need
Yeah.
the same question 5 million times, or they feel like it's necessary to answer that question 5 million times. And then there's a dipshit with, who cares about Kate, on that, and gets rude towards the original poster. And so stuff like that will have to slip through the cracks at Facebook, because
Absolutely.
there's
Yeah.
this massive overwhelm. And I'm gonna have to say, there are just too many groups.
There are quite a few groups. I can't keep track of, and I get I think I'm in, I don't know, maybe I'm in 4 or 5 of them. I'm not in a lot on Facebook. I'm not really active on Facebook, but um, I get suggestions all the time for them and different naming variations that are like basically the same thing. Where, if we had, I don't know, if there was one Facebook group, boy, that could really do a lot of cool stuff.
I
But I don't know how you do that. I'm not a Facebook
you
person.
can't,
Yeah.
especially with how the culture around these groups have started, because every admin of these groups wants to grow their group to a certain number at this point. And it's
Oh,
not everyone, but for a lot of them, it's an ego thing at this point.
yeah.
And that's where it gets weird too.
Yeah, I could see that for sure. Yeah, I just wish that people were kind on social media in general. Like, there's been so many comments and so many, about people's bodies and different things like that. It'd be like,
Oh,
hey, we're all
I
here celebrating how
I
cool we are that we
just
saved the show.
I distinctly remember comments where people or a certain person tells other people that they're not part of the Ohana.
See, that's awful.
Yeah, which did cause backlash, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah, I think sometimes it gets really hard because we are such a global group of people. So there are some, cultural differences, but I think in general during the Save campaign, a lot of it was ironed out. I feel like there's the original, really like the OG Twitter people that have been around since the beginning. I think, and you're definitely one of them. And you guys had your cool parties and all that stuff, and then all of a sudden you get influx with hundreds of people that are new to Twitter like me, and you're like trying to figure out what's the culturally appropriate thing to say, and um,
And that's one
you,
of the things that's
you
currently
know,
causing
oh
issues. It is when
yeah,
people don't realize that there is annotations to the way they write.
yeah, absolutely,
Because there is a certain etiquette, and if you don't know the
yes,
etiquette, that's one thing. But if you get pointed out the etiquette like 5 million times and you're still not doing it, then that is a whole different animal. And there is right I can't call it writing styles because it's not a style, it's just something else. There is a type of writing that just carries annotations that causes associations with others that makes you look like an asshole. No
Yeah.
matter what you're saying, but if you say it in a certain way, that breaks the etiquette that and the understanding of how language is currently coded. You look
Yeah.
a certain way.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I I can see it at with myself. I write in a certain style. I have like a kind of proper style in writing. Obviously, people take it a certain way. People take me as way too serious. I get it.
Yeah.
And I often am, admittedly.
Yeah.
But I know that my type of writing has its consequences.
Yeah.
Period. End of
Yep.
story.
Agreed. Yeah, and I'm a little bit I have a different style than you do. I love
Yeah.
gifs and exclamation points and happy clapping emojis, and I would describe mine as I don't even know how I would describe mine. Mine's just different than yours. And I don't
I
think
mean,
yours is right or wrong. Mine's not right or wrong. Everybody's got their own
those
thing,
are
but I do agree with
styles.
you.
Those
Yeah,
are
I do
styles.
agree with
But
you.
if
There are social media norms and etiquette in that regard that it's easier if you follow. And like you said, during the Save campaign, you guys were giving out tips. As a new Twitter person, I thought I could put 50 hashtags on it and just blow up the hashtags, and really finding that finesse, if you will, of yep, try to keep it under 2 hashtags, try to keep it under taking less than 2 people. That really helped, for
also,
sure.
okay, I have to go on to one specific thing. So there's people currently on Twitter, and guys, stop what you're doing because that is breaking etiquette big time. So there's people on Twitter currently adding hashtags that have nothing to do with Magnum PI to Magnum PI tweets. Stop it.
Oh,
You're not invading different tags. This is not okay.
yeah.
This is breaking etiquette big time. You're running the risk of the people being in the original hashtag talking about the original stuff, and they're thinking they're smart by trying to put it in with trending tags. You're gonna get reported. You're gonna get
Oh,
flagged as
okay.
spam by people,
Yeah.
and then all that you're doing is screaming into the void because nobody's gonna listen to you anymore because you're reported
Yep.
and flagged as spam.
Oh, that's a
And
bummer. Yeah.
and as someone who's been around fandoms for literally over 17 years now, people hate when you put stuff into the wrong hashtag. That's why hashtags are a thing. If you suddenly see anti-Miggy stuff in the Miggy hashtag, the Miggy fans are gonna get pissed. That's why you have
Hmm.
your own little hashtag. Hashtags are like safe spaces,
Yeah,
usually, right?
absolutely.
And
Yeah.
some people are using that as literal search medium. Don't know why, but yeah, it
I
is a thing.
do find I use the hashtag Magnum PI on Sundays when we're watching the shows live to find everybody, because there's so many really cool new folks that watch on Sunday nights live. So it's
Yeah, but
easier to find them. But yeah.
you're also not one of the fans who's screaming at others for not using the hashtag. I'm sorry, but it's my Twitter. I use the hashtag when I want, if I want to talk to other people about the hashtag. If I want it to be
Yeah.
found in the hashtag. If I don't want it to be found, well, it sucks for you. If you don't follow me, you don't get my content. End of story.
Yep.
But
That makes
you're
sense.
not
Yeah.
entitled to have every tweet in the hashtag. People cannot use the hashtag if they want.
Yeah, it's
And
their own
by
personal accounts that can, yeah.
And by overusing the hashtag, we kind of made it very hard for us to trend. So
Yeah.
there's that. And apparently, we're still trying to trend more than we're trying to have engagement, which, oh, yeah.
Yeah. I
But yeah,
know.
it
Social
basically,
media is hard.
social media is hard, but there is like some etiquettes that are quite easy to follow. One of them being like,
Yeah.
don't be a fucking dick.
Yeah, that seems reasonable.
Because if you're a dick, people are not going to be nice to you.
Yeah, I forgot somebody. I don't go off. I'm a pretty happy-go-lucky person, but somebody really made me mad a couple weeks ago. and I ended up getting blocked. I think it's my first block, Eve. I was so proud of myself. I was like, yeah, you blocked me, you
Is it
horrible
your
human being,
first
you.
block? Aren't you one of these people who was blocked by Tim?
Oh, it's my second block. Damn
See?
it, Tim. And who knows? I probably pissed off somebody through the save campaign with my gifts and emojis and crap.
Gifts
But
and
yeah,
emojis and craps are usually okay because that's
yeah,
like mean
they just make
language.
me
That's
happy.
okay.
Yeah, they just make me
Unlike
happy.
unlike the dancing pizza.
Stupid dancing pizza.
So for everybody who's just listening, there is a GIF of a sexy dancing pizza, which is like very cursed. It's a
Yep.
cursed image.
Feel free to search for that on your own. Don't tag me in it. I'm not
Sexy
interested.
pizza.
Don't take the podcast either.
Don't tag the podcast either. There's more sexy food gifts. And I will
There's a
find them
lot
and
of
post them.
there's a lot of sex. Who even comes up with sexy food gift? Okay, I can't.
There is a movie. There is a movie. It's called
Oh,
Sausage Fest, I think.
yes, yep.
Like this movie contains a sex scene between a hot dog and a bun.
Yeah, I forgot.
Enough said. That's where sexy
Yep.
sexy food comes from.
Yeah, feel free to Google that on your own. Again, don't tag
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Been there, done
Been
that.
there, done that. Yep. Yep.
All right. Is there?
Oh.
There's one more thing about the episode that we haven't really mentioned.
Is it the same thing I'm thinking of as well? And how did we get 1 hour and 23 minutes into this without talking about it?
Probably.
Is it a Miggy kiss?
Not just the Miggy kiss. I think the moment at La Mariana is much more important than the kiss itself.
Oh, okay, yes, that was.
But
You
the
could
kiss
tell,
was
like, he
cute
wanted
as
to grab her
fuck.
hand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which one are we talking about first?
Kiss.
That was adorable. I thought it was funny that they were going to do it, that she was doing it in public. I thought it was adorable she initiated it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so cute. And then he comes back all soft, and I just watched it this afternoon where he
I
like
love
literally
how his demeanor just
now I don't
changes
want to
and
leave.
he got happy and everything. That was so cute.
I'm going to applaud the writers again for what a great job they're doing of balancing adorable Miggy moments with the actual storylines this year. They're doing a really good job.
And I love that the Miggy moment is embedded in the I am worried because of the green thing and I might be a target situation. Also, we have forgotten to talk about something else. And then I love where he's like, if I'm getting murdered, he's gonna kill me. Yeah. Essentially.
She totally would. She would bring him back from the dead just to kill him again.
Yeah.
And I love that about her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I love the moment at the end where, yes, we know it's romantically coded because of them being together, but to their friends, it's just them.
I know.
To their friends without the romantic coding, it's just them being best friends. Even if they had listened in, it would have just been them being best friends because that's their basis, where they're like, if we're doing this together, obviously you are.
Yeah.
But now that we know that this has a romantic undertone, it carries more weight than what their friends currently realize. So I feel like it might change next episode according to the promo.
Yes, we shall see. Yep, I'm excited about that. Yeah, I think there's a soft romance there that's really cute. Yeah,
so cute. Another moment that we haven't talked about is Gordon.
Oh dang! That's because I'm mad at Tim for blocking me. No.
Yeah. I still don't know what to think of that, but.
And seriously, for anyone listening, it's not just me. I'm a good person. It's a whole
bunch
of people.
No. There is
something's wrong with his account.
There's a load of fans that got blocked out of the blue. A lot of them, like you, haven't interacted with him since his last tweet. And I think your last tweet to him was something like Happy New Year. That's not something that people get blocked over.
Yep, I know. Yeah, so sad.
I
I'm
mean,
gonna be okay.
I can vouch for the fact that you've not said a single bad thing to Tim Kang because you're not that type. So there's nothing that he can block you over legitimately.
Yeah, you're blocked too, aren't you?
Yeah, but I'm sometimes a bitch, so there's that.
Oh.
I said, let's be real. I'm sometimes a bitch. But yeah, Gordon.
Gordon. Back to Gordon. We need
Back to
Liz here to
Gordon.
keep us on task. That's what the problem is. Liz, come back.
Yeah, but here's the thing. This goes on many, many tangents herself. So
That's
there's
true
that.
too. That's a good point.
Yeah. Um, I love the fact that he initially was like, yeah, but I can't give you that. I need to
Yeah.
stay straight A. And he then eventually realized, yeah, some things, aka our friendship, your life potentially, is more
Yeah.
important than my badge.
Yeah. I thought that was two really nice scenes with him.
Yeah, it
Where
was.
you had that no and then the yes because he kind of had that conscious decision that hey, yeah, Magnum means something to me, that his life, and and I think Rick and TC's lives too by default is part of that, are important to him, and their
Yeah,
friendships are.
yeah. Their
Yeah,
life might be in danger, even though I still think the guys are not very clever.
no. Yeah, no, I hope that, yeah, well, I'm assuming what he said in that episode, it was 2 weeks out. I guess if we're following proper 2 week periods, it would be in the next couple episodes the decision will be made for him. But I'm kind of in love with Childs now. I think we
Yeah,
could be friends,
I,
maybe.
I, some people got really irked by Child last episode. Meanwhile, I'm just over here like, yeah, that is pretty much protocol. So there's that. What's he supposed to do?
Yeah,
What's he supposed to do? He's an investigator, but if he if he can't give a case to the prosecutor, nothing's gonna happen.
yeah, I agree. But yeah, like
And
when he walked in and he was like, I think he said ugh. He was like ugh, or so, he said something that was just like a one, and I was laughing.
I
Yeah,
like him. I like
yeah,
him.
yeah,
He's he's very much reminding me of Gordon season 1, but a little bit more
yes. He's
of
like an
everything.
elevated. Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
And I don't know. I feel like Childs is still there's still something about him that's gonna either be resolved as, oh my god, he's actually a really great guy and we've been shaded out by him for no reason,
Yeah.
or there's something more to him that we're just currently evading, but I don't think he's just there.
No, and it's so sad because I liked Leah. And I had kind of hoped that she would have stayed around this season, with Gordon being out, to have that police presence that we obviously needed. And so when they brought Childs in, I was like, dang it, that means Leah's going to be gone. And I understand she's got to
It
go. She dated Meg. But
wouldn't
I,
necessarily mean that Leah's gonna be gone because
yeah.
there were more than one investigator in a police.
Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't mind if I saw Leah again, I guess is what I'm alluding to. But I appreciate like the Gordon and Child's moments that they've had, in that last episode. I appreciate. I think that they could be a really funny team. And I think that'd be kind of cool to explore.
Or they'll end up going head to head.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I guess the next
So many
episodes will
options.
show. Yes, the next
Yeah, this
episodes
is
will
gonna be
show.
good. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay, I think we're now finally done and we should wrap
I think
this up.
so. Yeah, I agree.
So, in less than 24 hours, we're seeing the next episode. So that
Yay.
means there's going to be a new episode. In case you haven't noticed, we're on a weekly schedule now.
Isn't that weird? We aren't getting preemptively taken out for random stuff.
No, I meant
We
the
get.
podcast.
Oh, you're doing the podcast weekly now too?
Yeah, obviously we have to discuss episodes.
Oh, you're fancy now. I
We
like
used
it.
to be weekly. We just stopped being weekly after the Safe campaign because there's only so much stuff we can cover.
Oh, see, this is where I didn't know you guys existed until the save campaign, so then I had to binge watch, so I didn't know the frequency. Oh, this is exciting
We
then.
used to be
Okay.
weekly, and look at us. We're trying to be weekly again.
Fancy. I like it. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
cool.
So see you guys next week.
Yeah, see you
And
next
it's a
week.
discussion about episode 5. And
Oh,
maybe Liz.
Yeah, Liz should be back for you, so that'll be good.
Maybe.
Hopefully I didn't scare your viewers away.
Nah,
Please
you
stay.
didn't.
No. So cool.
All right. See you
Awesome.
guys around.
Yeah, see you later.